From a completely new biome with a whole new wood set to an entirely new structure, here is every feature that was added in the 26.3 snapshot. A new red-orange-yellow biome just got added, which is more like an autumn-themed forest and is only found in cold regions near plains, sunflower plains, and cherry grove biomes. One cool feature is that it can spawn in almost any type of terrain, meaning you can find it on flatland or even in mountains. Notch made this one super special. Besides all the normal mobs spawning in this forest, like creepers, skeletons, and spiders, we can also find rabbits and foxes, which before we could only find in taiga biomes. On the ground, you will find grass blocks, which look the complete opposite of grass because of their orange texture. But I promise you, those are grass blocks, along with coarse dirt, just to fit that old autumn vibe. On the ground, you will also find fallen poplar trees, which are pretty common in this biome, along with brown and shelf mushrooms. And if you are asking yourself what a poplar tree is or what a shelf mushroom is, just wait, we will get into all of it in a bit. There is also a chance that a spruce tree will spawn, which kind of ruins the whole autumn vibe with those green leaves, but what can we do? Also, an abandoned village is no longer the only abandoned place in the game, but let's wait a bit before getting into it. That's mostly it for the Dappled Forest. As a new biome, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think we needed a new kind of cold biome, just so now going from plains to snowy plains feels just a bit more natural. Poplar trees are a new type of tree added, with a whole wood set, but most importantly, they look completely different from the others. These trees only generate in the new Dappled Forest biome, not in plains or taiga. I mean, of course, if you use saplings, you can place them anywhere, but you get what I mean. The trees come in 3 different variants, which are separated by their leaf color. We have orange, red, and yellow. None of them are more special than the others, so pick whichever you would like to have. These trees can also be found on the ground, also known as fallen, and to be honest, there are plenty of them just lying around with mushrooms on them. But more about the new shelf mushroom in the next part. One thing you probably didn't know is that you can place the new leaves in any biome, and they will stay the same color. It's not like oak leaves, which change color depending on the biome they are in. Nope, these ones will not do that, which is a great feature, especially if you just want to decorate your base. Before going to the shelf mushroom and its use, let's get to our completely new wood type. Some say it's similar to the pale wood type, although the poplar one is gray and the pale one is white. We got everything: stairs, slabs, buttons, pressure plates, fences, fence gates, shelves, and a completely new door design, and the same for the trapdoor ones. Some people are saying it looks like a toilet seat, but I can't see it. Now we are finally at those shelf mushrooms, which are totally new looking mushrooms that we haven't seen before. While we already have 2 in the game, they both look completely the same, with a bit of graphic changes. But the shelf mushroom is a different story. We have a small and a big one. The small ones drop 1 and the big one gives you 2. Pretty logical. They can be all broken by hand, so no special shears or axes or whatever you would usually use for those is needed. Why is this mushroom also special besides its looks is that when you jump on it, you will bounce for a bit, which wasn't done before by any other block then, of course, the slime. They can be used as new stairs to your treehouse or whatever you might come up with. It's also a crafting ingredient for 3 stews, and those are mushroom stew, suspicious stew, and rabbit stew. It's the same recipe as before, but instead of using the brown mushroom, just use the shelf one. Red shrub is another new plant that can only naturally appear in Dappled Forest. Just how you can see those dead bushes in the desert, well, the same goes there, except it's instantly mined and drops the thing, kind of a leaf litter almost. And there we are, the new structure, also known as abandoned camp. Well, here we have a lot to go over. To get the basics done first, it's a new building, mainly made out of wool stairs, cobwebs, and fences. But we can also find chests, barrels, campfires, a new straw bed, and a new cushion. But don't worry if you don't know the last 2, because we are diving in them a bit later. One really insane detail is, for every biome they have up to 10 variants, meaning that's 180 different layouts. I mean, that could be a whole advancement on its own. There are actually 3 different loot chests to go over. We have the barrel, which has some basic and useless loot such as bone, coal, wheat, rabbit hide, and so on. The chest, that has a better chance of giving something useful like arrows, leather, lad's bucket, and copper tools. And the best one, which is a secret chest, in there you can find potion of healing, leaping, night vision, or swiftness, along with some iron tools and armor, and one important detail, there is a 1 in 3 chance that a diamond spawns. But the odds are pretty slim for a secret oxidized copper chest to appear, but hey, it's not 0. Also, a thing I didn't mention before is this secret chest will spawn under one of those 2 common chests, but again, the chances are low. After a few years, wool stairs were finally added to the game. Those are currently only naturally generated in abandoned camp, but are craftable like any other stairs. 6 wools shaped like a stair. And just like the wool, they all come in 16 different variants, meaning you have a ton of new decorations to do. And if you don't like the color or you made too many red wool stairs, you can easily dye it with any color you want. They're also super flammable, which is logical, and can be mined with everything. Were they really necessary? Probably not, but we still have it now. Can't complain too much. And we of course can't forget about the slabs, which are basically stairs' brother. Not too much to talk about here, they also come in 16 different colors and are dyeable like the stairs. Craftable like normal slabs with 3 wools. One thing I didn't mention in the stairs though was they can also be a source of fuel, but not so efficient, so don't count on them. They are much more important than stairs because of a new crafting recipe, the cushion. But that's a whole new section to talk about because there is just too much. We have to leave last for the best, that's why straw bed is before cushions. Straw bed, like the name says, it's a new bed variant, but it works a bit differently. First off, it's crafted out of just 3 hay bales, and you will get 4 instead of 1. Unlike the normal ones, you can stack those up to 16 beds. You will naturally only find them in the new abandoned camps, but they hold a crazy secret. Those beds will destroy after the first night, and while you might think, how useless is that? Let me tell you it's not, because they are mostly here for traveling purposes, because they also do not set spawn points once you go to sleep. So if you have no elytra but want to explore the world, grab a stack of those beds, some food, and a piece of paper to mark all the coordinates you will find interesting along the way. And if you are thinking, can we now finally sleep in the nether? I hate to be the one, but no. And the same goes for the end, but a good thing is, they won't explode like the old ones, but will just destroy themselves. They will most likely be super used in the designing world for some rooftops or anything like that. Can't wait to see what people will come up with. Finally, one and only cushions. Now, after 17 years, Steve can finally sit. And there are just so many small details around the cushions, we have no other choice than to dive into them. They are crafted out of 3 new wool slabs, which means if there are 16 different wool slabs, then there are also 16 different cushion styles. And the same as straw beds, they are stacked up to 16 and are only naturally spawned in the abandoned camp. They are, just like item frames, a non-full block, meaning they are not affected by water, and the most important thing, they can be placed in blocks. And yes, you heard it right, in them, not on them. Well, of course you can place them on top as well. Maybe you think, what's so special about that feature? You can make so many new designs with it, it's insane. You can place them on top of chests, trapdoors, torches, candles, anything you want, almost. And if you want to stack them, just use snow to build the layers up, and with some magic, you can make a nice looking burger. While most people were excited to see Steve sit, others were excited to make the craziest designs there are. Subscribe if you learned anything new, and if you want to learn more about Minecraft, click here.